Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go.
The play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Now Griffin on first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action. Now Griffin sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. No problem there on the extra point. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. 20! This ball complete to Rager. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The gun, Griffin. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Davion Taylor in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Griffin will get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. The point after is good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But first down, Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, Griffin. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Out to his left. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Looking for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Griffin. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Griffin. Flush to his right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll find Hall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 18 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Griffin. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Griffin will throw again, being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
It's caught at the 10. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw again is Griffin. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10.
That's caught. It's John Hightower.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And an Eagle first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hurts.
Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Final play of the half. It's Griffin escaping the pressure right. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Hall. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Griffin. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer to this guy?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. And he finds a man. That's Watkins. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play? I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor there to make the grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Griffin. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. From the gun, Griffin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Play action, it's Griffin. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got it at the 15. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. 57
On 2nd and 12, Griffin. He's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Be good for 8 yards to the 45.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
And an Eagles.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Bears will get the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Now Griffin on first down. Buying time to his left. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now RG3. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 4 yards out. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
This will be taken in by Hightower.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
This ball complete to Rager.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
play fake. Here's Hurts.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
And his kick is right through.
35-35.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Griffin. Flushed out right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To number 86. Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bears, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile,